for today's presentation and paper named Contemporary Western Theories and Film Studies. Today, my topic was Marxism in Bollywood movies. My personal information: what is Marxism? The political, economic, and social principles and policies advocated by Marx. Personal information of Karl Marx was born in 1818, and he was the ninth child. And for his career, study at law and philosophy at University in Bonn and Berlin. It was a doctoral thesis was in ancient philosophy, comparing the philosophies of nature and Democritus and Epicurus. From early 1842, he embarked embarked on a career as a radical journalist, contributing to and editing several papers. Karl Marx is often treated as a revolutionary and activist rather than a philosopher. Was a works inspired the foundation of many communist and regiments the 20th century. The Marx, a philosophical anthropologist, his theory of history and economic analysis is a critical engagement with a contemporary capitalist society and ideology. Marxism. Marx inherited the terms from French philosopher of the late 18th century. This French philosopher influenced many critic philosopher and thinker who used to designate the study of way that all general concepts developed from the particular sense of uh, perfections. In the present era, ideology is used in a variety of non-Marxist way, and some of the some many peoples are not like the Marxist idea, because he was considered that remove the class system and make everyone equal. Friedrich Engels and Marx both are work on this Marxism theory describe the ideology as a false consciousness, and many later Marxists consider it to be constituted largely by unconscious uh, prepositions that are illusory, in a contrast to the scientific knowledge of the economic determinates historical evolution and present constitution of the social world. Capitalist mode of production justified and naturalized itself toward the certain patterns of thought and exploitative economic relations of the factory are carried over into a social realm. The economics base influence the social superstructure. Classes are basic unit in a social conflict. Class membership is defined by the ownership or a lack of ownership, the means of production. The working class is made up of those who share their labor power. The capitalist class of those they are pursued the labor power. In oppressed classes, however, believe in this equality as a natural, preordinated, and do not have or recognize that they are oppressed. Like upper class are dominated a lower class, and lower class think that because of their birth, because of their karma, they are suffering from that. In this Mother India movies song line, दुनिया में हम आए हैं तो जीना ही पड़ेगा, जीवन है अगर तो जहर पीना ही पड़ेगा. He was she was after his husband's death, and their land was occupied one upper class, or we can say a bania was a owner of that land. Actually, this land was her husband, but taking some money, he was become an owner of that. And after her husband's death, they have even they she was not having any facility of bull for her time, so she can carry a whole farm. She was with us a very too young child. She was carried the, I forgot in English, but I am say that in Gujarati. It was a it was a hull that for the land she was carry, and she was a song. First example was Bollywood movie is a Coolie, and you can see that poster is also a Marxist symbolism. In 1983, a Coolie movie, Iqbal was a protagonist of this movie, and he was continuously fight with upper class people, and Coolie as a labor. He was a fight with upper class, and also we interpret this movie with communalism also. On that time, he was as a Muslim hero, and uh, director I think show that Hindu Muslims are bhai bhai, and two famous dialogue of this movie. कोई माई का लाल किसी को दो वक्त की रोटी नहीं नहीं दिला सकता, क्योंकि रोटी दिलाने वाला वो मालिक है जिसने हर इंसान को दो हाथ दिए हैं और कहा है कि चीर दे जमीन का सीना और निकाल ले अपने हिस्से की रोटी. That was also as a labor. He was a thing that as a birth he was suffering from that, and if he was not trying hard and hard, he was not capable for a one time food also. And another dialogue, अमीरों ने तो कुछ भी बनाया है तो रिश्वत के बलबूते पर बनाया है. कोई 10 रुपए में वोट खरीद लेता है, 100 रुपए में कोई अपनी अर्जी पास करवा लेता है, 1000 रुपये देकर कोई अपने इम्तिहान पास कर लेता है, लाखों रुपए देकर ये लोग अपने टेंडर पास करवा लेते हैं. अरे मैं तो कहता हूँ सबसे पहले इन रिश्वतखोरों को फेल करो, तब जा करके ये मुल्क पास होगा. It was not from 1980s. It was also relevant in today's time, because corruption are most or a big problem of India, and upper class are they want and they get power of wealth. And in this movie, not only upper class and lower class conflict, but also that upper class was trying to occupy their land uh, with the name of development. In now our time, it was also a government doing these same things. uh, Name of development, they are occupied land, uh, fertile land for uh, agriculture. And second example of Mother India. Mother India reflects a lot on a time in India in a post-independence. The film, in a sense, portrayed woman empowerment, as the lead character is a mother who never gives up her moral code despite being exposed to a multiple trials. And also this movie was one a writer, I forgot that name, but she was a criticized India, and the director of this movie director of this movie trying to say that our Indian women are capable for everything. And the two famous dialogue, मैं इसे ये फसल नहीं ले जाने दूंगा, हमने ये बैल बनकर ये जमीन बोई है, पसीने से खेत सींचे है. Mother India protagonist female and her both young son are making that land good for agriculture. And after that their Safal was growing up, then Banya come and tell that I am taking all your Safal, and I'm give you a less money. And another dialogue from his husband, सुखी लाला अगर कुत्ता भी पाल लेगा तो उसके गले में भी सोने की जंजीर डालेगा. We know that upper class have very costly pets. In a great example of Ambani, they have a many farm of animals and costly horses they have. And another Roti Kapda or Makan was not clearly related with Marxism idea, but was clearly said an unemployment. And Manoj Kumar as a Bharat, he was we can say that a right winger. And Indira Gandhi's 1967 election speech, she was give the phrase Roti Kapda and Makan. For that they are making this movie. And the famous dialogue I would like to say that because of unemployment in India nowadays, नौकरी मिले तो डिग्री डिग्री, नहीं तो सब बिगड़ी बिगड़ी, मेरी जन्म पत्री में कुंडली ये डिग्री है, और इसकी किस्मत में कितने राहु और कितने केतु है ये कोई ज्योतिष नहीं बता सकता. And unemployment in India is nowadays also we current example of one young man who suicide for that government job. Conclusion: this representation of Marxism with Bollywood movies of a newly independent India. After some time or a time of Shah Rukh Khan, he made Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, Dilwale Dulhania, and every many of that movies, Ishq, प्यार किया तो डरना का, प्यार किया तो डरना क्या, this kind of movies, they are trying to erase class conflict with marriage, with love. In Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, Shah Rukh Khan was a love and marriage with her maid who was work in their house. और प्यार किया तो डरना क्या, Salman Khan was a lead role, and Kajol was from the middle class people, or one man who was just a farmer, she was her sister. And Ishq, fourth caste, Amir Khan, Juhi Chawla, Kajol, and Ajay Devgan. Ajay Devgan and Juhi Chawla belongs to the upper class. Kajol and Amir Khan belongs to the lower class. And the class conflict, and both Ajay Devgan's father and Juhi Chawla's father, both are gave them a proposal to take money or property than our children's, because they are born and brought up in upper class, so they can marry in all in only upper class. In these movies example only for Bollywood cinema, in a practical lives this is not happen. We know that Ambani is in-laws of Bansal and Adani's in-laws of Ambani and Bansals. They are never ever love or marriage or erase the class conflict. This is my work citation. Thank you.
So, Mayuri, my question is what is the main focus of Marxist film theory?
Okay. Because of films, lower class people also know that this is the wrong with us. This is the Marxist theory. They are not some of they are educated, but all laborers are not highly educated. But by the cinema, they can aware of that Marxism, or how they are suffered from these upper class people.
Mayuri, what are the elements of Marxism theory?
Marxism theory elements are a class conflict, feminism, or gender role, and many other things are included in Marxism, Marxist theory.